This video covers section 6.4, factoring special products, objective 3, factor the sum or difference of two cubes. In preparation for factoring the sum or difference of two cubes, we need to be able to recognize what cubes look like. If I cube the expression 5x to the fourth, I get 5 cubed and x to the fourth cubed. So that's 125, and x to the fourth cubed is x to the 12. So when given 125 x to the 12th, to figure out what's being cubed, we'll take the 12 and divide by 3, and it'll be an x to the fourth. Factor the sum or difference of two cubes. Recall from 5.3, we did an example like x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 4. When you multiply that out, that gives you x cubed. That gives you 2x squared, and that gives you a 4x. Now, because this is a minus sign, we're going to end up with a negative 2x squared. We're going to end up with a negative 4x, and we're going to be left with a negative 8. And the result of all that, then, with all of the cancellation in the middle, is x cubed minus 8. Each of those are perfect cubes. X cubed and 8 is 2 cubed. This is called the difference of two cubes. And so we follow that pattern in order to factor the difference of two cubes. To factor the sum of two cubes or the difference of two cubes, we recognize the form of these formulas. We saw from doing the example x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 4, the form. And so we go backwards. If we are to factor a cubed plus b cubed, we see that it's got to be a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. If we factor difference of two cubes, a cubed minus b cubed, it factors as a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So I say there's two parts to factoring the sum or difference of two cubes. The first one is how you recover your a and your b. Then you square the a, take the product of the a and the b, and square the b. After you get the pieces in there, then it's the signs that take shape. The plus sign, there's going to be another plus sign. Then it alternates to a minus and then always positive. Where the difference is a minus and a minus, then it alternates to a plus and then always positive. To remember that, we think of SOAP, which stands for the same sign. Then if it's a minus, then it's the opposite sign. If it's a plus, then it's a minus. If it's a minus, then it's a plus. And the last one is always positive. Same sign, opposite sign, always positive. So that's the two pieces to this. Number one, recover the a and the b. We do that by recognizing that the x cubed is the cube of x. The 27 is the cube of 3. So we've recovered our two pieces. They're x and 3. We write them in there as recovered, x and 3. And then we square the first piece. That's our a. We take the product of the a and the b. That's 3x. And then we square the b, which is 3 squared. Now, the second part of this is to put the signs in there using SOAP. Same sign, opposite sign, and always positive. We get x minus 3 times x squared plus 3x plus 9. Example 9, 27a to the 6th plus 8b cubed. Factor completely. Number 1, or step 1, we want to recover the a and b. With 27a to the 6th, that's 3. And then a to the 6th, if you take 6 and divide by 3, that's an a squared. So the first piece is a 3a squared. The second piece is 8b cubed, which is the cube of 2b. So once we recover those two pieces, 3a squared and 2b, these are the two pieces that we put into the formula. We've recovered the two pieces, 3a squared and 2b, and then we square product square. Squaring the 3a squared, taking the product of 3a squared and 2b, and taking the square of 2b. Step 2 is when we put the signs in there according to SOAP. Same sign, plus plus, opposite sign, plus minus, and always positive. The first factor is 3a squared plus 2b. The second factor is 9. A squared squared is a to the 4th. And 3a squared times 2b is 6a squared b. The square of 2b is 4b squared. This leads me to your two practice problems. I encourage you to press pause on your video and work these out, and come back and press play when you'd like to see the solution worked out. Now that you've had a chance to work these out, I'll work this out for you. Step 1, we want to recover our two pieces. X cubed is the cube of x, so the first piece is an x. 125 is the cube of 5. Our two pieces are x and 5. So for the first factor, we just say recover those two pieces, x and 5. Then we square product. X times 5 is 5x. And square. Now we use the soap. Same sign. Opposite sign. And always positive. Same sign would be plus plus. Opposite sign would then be a minus. And the last one is always a positive. So we get x plus 5 and x squared minus 5x plus 25. Practice 5. If we have the first term 8p cubed, we see that's the cube of 2p. 27q to the 6th, that's the cube of 3, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So our two pieces that we've recovered are 2p and 3q squared. Those are the first two pieces that we've recovered. 2p and 3q squared. Second one, we take the square of 2p. We take the product of 2p and 3q squared. And we square the last piece. The square of 3q squared. Now we use soap. Same sign. Minus, minus. Opposite sign. And always positive. The first factor, we've recovered the two pieces, 2p minus 3q squared. The second factor, 2p squared, is 4p squared. Plus 6pq squared. And plus 9q to the 4th. Example 10, factor completely. When I look at those two terms, I see a b to the 4th, and then I see a b, 375 and 24. None of those are perfect cubes, and they're not all perfect squares, so there's got to be a greatest common factor in there to take out. We see that they each have a b that we can take out, and it looks like they're all divisible by 3. I'm going to go ahead and take out the negative as well, and we factor out a negative 3b. When I divide the first piece by negative 3b, I get 125b cubed. Factoring out a negative 3b from 24b, I'm left with minus 8. So now we factor 125b cubed minus 8. We know that we're going to recover our two pieces and have a binomial, and then we're going to have a trinomial thereafter. So the first step on this was to recover. 125b cubed is the cube of 5b. 8 is the cube of 2. So our two pieces that we've recovered are 5b and 2. We write them down. We recovered them, 5b and 2. And now we square. Product. 5b times 2. And square. Step 2, we place the signs in there according to the acronym SOAP. Same sign. So we started with a minus. We've got the same sign. Minus. Opposite sign. Plus. And the last one is always positive. We've got negative 3b, 5b minus 2, and 25b squared plus 10b plus 4. One last note on factoring sum and difference of cubes. The remaining trinomial that you get every time you factor sum and difference of two cubes is prime. You never have to consider factoring that remaining trinomial. This was a prime polynomial. There's no way to factor x squared minus 5x plus 25. It would be the product of two numbers that's 25 that adds to negative 5. You've got 1 and 25, and you've got 5 and 5. It's never going to happen. Negative 10, negative 26. So that's good news. We never have to consider factoring that remaining trinomial. This concludes the video for section 6.4, objective 3, factor the sum or difference of two cubes.